Alyssa Wong and Federico Sabatini break Aphra and her team out of prison as the Doctor and Sana run into some old friends while incarcerated in the Vermilion's prison, leading to an unlikely team-up to escape the wrath of Crimson Dawn. Alyssa Wong writes a very simple prison break story that brings back much of her initial story arc's cast in that of Just Lucky and Ariole, and teaming them back up with Aphra and Sana. I really like how Alyssa sold both groups as opposites to one another, like Ariole is Lucky's version of Sana, and both of those characters bond slightly over their love of explosives and high ordnance weapons. Lucky and Ariole's story involvement with their master Crae also came to a rather abrupt ending that I thought was quite surprising. I have to think that he's not dead and will appear later, given how nonchalant both men were about him just being taken out by Aphra, but if that really was the ending for that story, it was rather strange that that ended like it did. Apart from that plotline kind of ending not how I expected it, I did like the simplicity of the issue just being a prison break issue and the characters sort of getting back together and getting ready for the big finale of the War of the Bounty Hunters coming up next week. Federico Sabatini joins the book as artist and gives the story a bit more of a manga flair in the character designs, which I really quite liked. I also like his fast-paced action and use of blank backgrounds or gradient covered backgrounds to keep the focus on the action. Dr. Aphra issue 14 was a fun little side adventure for Aphra and her group during the War of the Bounty Hunters, reuniting some characters together in the book they started out in and ending some of their plots in rather surprising ways that make me hope they are at least brought up again in upcoming issues. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. Dr. Aphra issue 14 finds the Doctor and Sana locked up in Crimson Dawn's prison, but they aren't alone as Just Lucky and Ariole have also found themselves incarcerated. Aphra isn't happy to see Lucky again after their last run-in, and Sana recognizes him as the guy who betrayed Aphra on the haunted planet the Doctor told her about. Ariole is introduced to the woman as they learn why exactly the men found themselves in the prison, as Aphra tries to get their cuffs off, but Lucky warns her not to do that since they are explosive, and if they leave the cell, they will trigger. Aphra gets to work on the door panel when Crae and a guard droid come by asking if his apprentices have accepted Crimson Dawn's offer of recruitment. Lucky knows that they are still thinking it over, wanting to convince the man that this is wrong, but Crae leaves, wanting a yes from the men before the party's end. With not much time, Aphra comes up with an idea after seeing the Sentinel droid, knowing that she can slice into its neural harness, so she needs to get her hands on it again. Lucky knows that they need a distraction to bring the droid back, but before he can think of one up, Aphra just punches him in the face, continuing to hit him and get him to cry out louder. Crae and the droid return, and Ariole and Lucky attack their former mentor while Aphra and Sana take care of the droid. Jumping on the droid, Aphra takes over its systems and shuts it down, taking full control of it and using it to confront Crae, who uses Ariole as a human shield. Aphra is fine with blowing through Ariole since she doesn't even know who he is. Crae asks if Lucky would let him do that, but he knows that no one lets Aphra do anything, and it's like trying to stop a hurricane. Aphra demands to know where the data necklace she stole is and how to get off the Vermilion, but the man refuses to tell her anything, knowing that she is a fool if she thinks she can escape Crimson Dawn. Aphra fires the droid's cannon, bouncing it off the cell wall behind Crae and hitting the man in the back, killing him and freeing Ariole. She disables the droids and takes its access codes as the four escape the prison, wanting to hit up the armories first as Ariole reassures Lucky that his wounds from Crae are fine, not happy with the man for what he did. Ariole asks Sana how she feels about explosives as they find the armory, stocking up on everything they can carry. However, Lucky only takes a simple sniper rifle, knowing there is nothing prettier. Aphra lays out their plan, wanting to comb the ship for their things before hitting the control room and covering it with explosives, and finding her data necklace. Soon they arrive at an art gallery, sheepishly heading into the room but hiding as Kira and Margot arrive. Kira has the necklace and she puts it in a cabinet, knowing the data inside of it is priceless and would make a wonderful asset to Crimson Dawn. She leaves, knowing that she'll be back for the necklace, but before the team can steal it back, Deathstick attacks, wanting Just Lucky to introduce her to his new friends.